Hello there, and thank you so much for joining me for this walkthrough of Awaken, the monthly meditation for grief program that includes an entire course library featuring videos, guided meditations, and journaling prompts, as well as weekly live online meditation for grief classes and group coaching that I host. The purpose of me greeting you today is to show you under the hood of Awaken, because I can talk about it all day long, but it's really seeing what is behind the login screen that will probably really help you decide if this program is right for you. But one thing you should know is if you do join Awaken and you decide it's not right for you, I do offer a 30-day money back guarantee, no questions asked, no hassles, and you can cancel your subscription at any time with just one click of a button. I don't know if proud's the right word. Maybe it is to say that many people stick around for several months, sometimes even a year, year and a half. And I even have people who've been in it for 3 years and up, because Awaken not only helps you cope with the pain of grief, but it helps you lead a healthier life. It helps you create practices and habits that will help you make wise choices for yourself, not only during the initial heartache and devastation of loss, but as you continue to live your life, weaving in the memories of your loved one and finding a way to lead the meaningful life that you want to lead, even though this unthinkable event has happened. And what we have here is the homepage of Awaken, meditationforgrief.com. And if you're a member, you will go to the member login. I'm already logged in, so it's going to bounce me right to my member dashboard. And I have no problem showing you this Zoom link, because by the time you see this date will have passed. So don't go there. It doesn't exist. But one of the first things people use the dashboard for is to quickly log in to our live online events, which take place every single Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can access that by computer, by the Zoom app on your phone, or just by calling in. So if you don't have good Wi-Fi, but you have cell service, you can dial in. And we have an international community, so people are calling in from all over the world. So the live events are a big part of Awaken, but not everybody likes to be in a group. Some people just like to learn things on their own. And this is where the roadmaps and course library come in. And for those of you who like to be in a group and learn things on your own, you have a whole lot of options. So the roadmaps are quick mini courses that help you tend to what I'll say are the common roadblocks of grief. So these are here to help you navigate through common pitfalls. And the first place most people start is the Get Started in Awaken, which will walk you through how to join our Facebook community that is private for Awaken members. And one of the benefits of that is when you do leave the Awaken membership, you still get to be a part of the Awaken Facebook group. We don't ever kick people out of there. Um, the next place people go is your resilience toolkit. And this is something that it'll tell me, you'll see that I've completed it because I've actually completed it, but you won't see that until you've completed it. But one of the things I love about this is I can give you these PDFs that you can download and print that help you spend some time offline reflecting on how you're doing on your grief journey and make some wise decisions about what coping habits are helping you and what are the coping habits that you want to let go of. And also in the resilience toolkit is a planner for you to write in self-care activities, circle whether they're going to be weekly or daily, and check off the days that you do them. So this is a type of thing that you might find in a roadmap. And the way this particular one works is I talk about the first side, which is coping skills, the second type side that's self-care. And the real heart of Awaken is the course library. These are 8 modules that are based on my book, Mindfulness and Grief. And I'll pop into the very first module, Conscious Relaxation. And by the way, you'll notice that each one has a percentage. That's the percentage that you, whoever's logged in, or in this case, me, has actually completed in a given module. So what's nice about that is it lets you know how far you've gone. Is there more you need to do? Now, of course, the funny thing is I wrote these, so technically I've completed them 100%, but I set it up like this so you could see what it could look like. So what's inside one of these modules? Inside are a bunch of lessons that contain videos, master classes, which are MP3 recordings of previous live events that you can download and listen to that really are a deep dive into whatever the module is about. It has other videos, guided meditations, which you can both stream from within the browser, or you can click these buttons and download it so that you can have it for safekeeping. And every module has a written reflection, a chance for you to spend some time to really focus in on what you got out of the module. And most of these are from the Mindfulness and Grief book. I'm currently working on a mindfulness and grief guided journal. And so I'll be adding to these too. So if you're a member of Awaken, you're going to be getting a constant, I don't want to say influx because it's not going to be overwhelming, but I'm always trying to give you everything that I have. But that being said, I also don't want to overwhelm you. And I have a way of helping you both feel free to move through the course library at your own pace and feel like you have some type of accountability and schedule. And that's by pairing up the live events with the content that's in the course library. This is the October schedule, and after each topic for the week, you'll see in parenthesis a number, and that correlates to one of the modules, one of the 8 modules, with the exception being holidays and special events. They may not correlate to a specific module. So every now and then we have special content that shows up. But the idea here is that every 8 weeks we're cycling through the 8 modules, which means you're getting different different takes on each of those 8 modules. So, for instance, October 6th, Module 4, Befriending Vulnerability. If I take you back to Module 4, which is the Skillful Courage module, you'll see that befriending vulnerability is one of the lessons. And so on that date, we focus in on this one topic. And, the idea is not to bite off an entire module each week, but to look at a specific practice and how you might put it into use. So you have both the freedom to go through the course library at your own pace, because and by the way, I'm working on Grief in the Winter Holidays. That's why it doesn't look so pretty right now, but within a couple days that will be up. But I give you everything as soon as you join. And some programs will drip out, and I've done this in the past too, like module 1 the first month, module 2 the second month. But I don't know where you are on your grief journey. I do know that everybody, myself included, can benefit from these first 4 modules, which are really the foundations of mindfulness practice and compassion practice. So this is why I start with these. And I know that people at a certain point on their grief journey will start to want to know how to get unstuck or how to reconstruct meaning, how to allow themselves to become who they're becoming, and how to continue their life with a healthy lifestyle and healthy mindset without letting go of what happened, because grief isn't about forgetting or moving on, or it doesn't go away, but it's something that you learn to assimilate and bring into your life and continue to live even though this happened. And that's really what the name Awaken means, is you're awakening to the life you now have. And you are waking up to the ways that you can take care of yourself and treat yourself with the compassion you deserve and feel more connected to others and find meaning in your life. That's what Awaken is all about. So just to recap, you have live events, and this is a little video you can play that'll show you how to RSVP down here. You don't have to RSVP for events to join. Everybody gets an email every week reminding them to show up, and it has a link in it. But a lot of people like to use this RSVP tool because it will add it to your Google Calendar or your iCalendar. It's just an extra layer of reminder. Um, we always have the schedule for the month right here, as well as inside our private Awaken Facebook group, so you can always see what's coming up. That will also be in the email that I send out, so you'll know what the topic is. Now, you don't have to show up and be prepared or anything. Grief is hard enough without having pressure to do homework. So when you come to the live meetings, we'll actually do the practice. I'll teach you the practice, and then you can refer back to the module for reinforcement. So no pop quizzes, no shaming or guilting if you haven't gotten to your work. We're all about self-compassion here. If there was one thing I could give to you, it would be self-compassion, and maybe it will be, because that's what a lot of this is focused on. You have your roadmaps, which again are the mini courses that help you quickly start really practicing mindfulness for grief. I'm just going to pop into another roadmap. I create your self-kindness module. This is probably the single most powerful thing, is how to treat yourself with self-compassion, and this mantra practice where you're creating a little script that you can say to yourself is just really powerful. It comes from the work of Dr. Kristen Neff. And you have your course library, which of course, again, is those 8 modules for the mindfulness and grief book, as well as the grief in the winter holidays, which is coming soon. And then again, there is a private members only Facebook group where I might share other resources that came up during our weekly calls. Some of the members like to put up quotes, or maybe share just experiences of grief that they think are either inspirational or just that will help them feel seen and heard. We're a really loving community. I know joining a group, when I can speak for me, sometimes going into a group for the first time can feel a little scary, but remember, everybody in this group is grieving. I too am a bereaved person. So we all get it, and no one's expected to show up any way other than how they are right now. One more thing I want to show you before I end this quick little walkthrough is this My Contents section, and I've bookmarked a whole bunch of things. So this is where you can find things that you have either bookmarked or marked as your favorites or completed. So back in this course library, I'll pop on mindfulness for grief because we haven't looked at that one yet. Notice I have all these check boxes. This means I've completed this one 100%. I could go down and say reset lesson progress. Now I'm at 0%. As you go through the coursework, you can either check it off manually that you've completed it, or you can click next lesson and that will automatically complete it. And if there's something that you really like, you can bookmark it. You can click this bookmark. And then when you go to my content, that will all be there. Your bookmarks will be there. And if you mark something as a favorite, that will be there. So, there's a way to keep track of what you've done in addition to the percentage. And so now you see, look, nothing is completed in the mindfulness for grief because I didn't check it off. So I hope this is helpful and that it will inspire you to take advantage of all of the things that Awaken has to offer. I think it's a tool, or it's a bunch of tools, but this is a program that I put together based on my own research as a thanatologist, as a yoga therapist, from working one-on-one and with groups with bereaved people, from writing the Mindfulness and Grief book. Grief can make us feel really powerless. You may experience that. I've certainly experienced it because we didn't choose to be here. We did not choose for what has happened to happen. And one of the things that many people reflect on when they're bereaved is feeling like everything is out of your control. Awaken is about showing you the things that you can control, such as where you place your attention, how you treat your body, the journaling prompts to reflect on to help you tell your story in a compassionate, meaningful, helpful way. And it also teaches you the things that you can't control and ways that you can deal with knowing you can't control everything, because that can be hard too. So if you have questions, please reach out to me. You can email me, heather@mindfulnessandgrief.com. And I hope that this walkthrough of Awaken has been helpful for you.